Hello Firewood fanatics, it's Mike with K&L Firewood, and today, as promised, we're going to do the grapple walk around. But we're looking at the Summit third function kit, and I know almost nothing about it. If you remember some of my earlier videos, I mentioned about how non-mechanical I am. Yeah, this is super true. And there are no videos on YouTube or almost no information online on how to install one of these specifically to a Cub Cadet Yanmar. But thank goodness I've got some smart and handy friends. I'm gonna turn the camera off and get a couple different angles. I'll be right back. So most everybody else's third function, for some reason, are mounted right here. And the couple guys that were doing this for me didn't really understand why they were doing that. So we opted to mount it underneath the tractor, right there. And then we didn't have it to deal with up here, which I think is a great idea. I didn't care either way. I kind of let them design it. So I gotta give them a shout out. My friend Swamp Dog and another friend, Andy. Both guys are from high school. Been hanging out with Swamp Dog, I don't know, the last year or two after kind of drifting apart after high school, and we got reconnected, and we're pretty good buddies. I appreciate him a lot. And then Andy was a couple years older than us, but super handy. So Swamp Dog can figure just about anything out, and Andy can fix or build just about anything. So the two of them together are pretty dangerous. I've got doohickeys and widgets all over this thing, and I can't tell you what any of them are, but if you need a parts list, if you've got a Yanmar Cub Cadet and you want to put a third function on, I've got a parts list, and I can get you in touch with a couple guys who can probably walk you through it. Anyhow, they put all the hoses and stuff up here, all tucked away nice and tight. On the front, they put Bobcat quick attach on there, super clean. Andy built this bracket to put on here and mounted it. He also built the bracket that the third function's setting on. Yeah, super handy, great guys. Wouldn't have had this done without them for sure, or would have spent a bunch more money. A couple dealerships said that they could do it, but they were a little reluctant and a couple hours away. So this guy, both these guys live right down the road, and we got her done in just a couple days. I say we, I just went over and supervised a couple days and gave them a few little pointers, or not even pointers, just maybe some input. But anyway, let's get the grapple hooked up and see what it does. Okay, so this is a Titan attachment log grapple. Nothing fancy, just ordered right off their website. The brackets here you've got to bolt on, but that's no big deal. Putting it on the tractor has been a little finicky, and I'm sure it's 100% me. And Andy came over the other day, and we think we got it figured out. So when you set it down and release all the pressure, the hoses come right off. But then when you go to put it back on, it's nearly impossible. So we came over and jacked with it the other day, and I think we've got it figured out. So once you get it set down and unhooked, then when you come back into it, don't hook up to it with the tractor physically. Hook the hoses up first, and then it should be smooth, because then if you pick it up with a tractor, then you're messing with the pressure with the little nose thing down there. Anyway, we're gonna hook it up and see if this is gonna be easy or if this is gonna be difficult. Hang on. Sorry if you're hearing some of that wind. It's just the way it is out here, guys. Okay, I released all the pressure in the tractor. There's no hydraulic pressure on the loader. All is good. Real time, no editing. see what happens here. This should go right in. And it doesn't. Sweet. Okay, so there's a couple things that Andy and I are messing with. All right, there's that one. There. I got my forks on the tractor, and my plan was, or my hope was, with this grapple, I could just drive into a pile like this, clamp down, and at least pick something up, because I'm going to show you what happens when I drive in there with my forks. Almost 100% of the time, so what would that be, like 98% of the time, I go in there, try to pick something up, lift the forks up, and nothing comes with the forks. It's just like stirring the pile up. So I got to get off, handle these things, you know, 42 times before I actually get them over to the bucking table and get them cut up. So hopefully this is what the grapple is going to help with. I'm going to run my forks in here, lift it up, show you that it does nothing, hopefully, and then I'm going to go grab the grapple and try it again, and we'll see what we pull out. Hopefully something. Nothing. Alright, so we'll go grab the grapple and see what happens. Alright, same experiment here with the grapple. Alright, drive in there about as far as I can. Shut the grapple. Okay, so I didn't get a bunch, but I got something. I didn't get a bunch, but I got something without having to get out there and handle this stuff. So now we're going to go put some stuff on the bucking table. I'm not going to make too many trips in the yard today because it rained all day. It's like 1 o'clock now. Got to go get the kids in a couple hours. So I'm going to drive into these piles, pick up what I can, and go put some on the table. Grab some logs out there with the new grapple. There's a learning curve to that, guys. I'm sure get better with it over time. It's a little muddy out here and I'm trying to rush a little bit. So go easy on me. I'll get it. But this bucking table isn't even full, but we're gonna buck up what's here and split. I don't know if I've got enough here to finish that basket or not, but we're gonna try. And then the grapple also doubles as a bucket grabber. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna put the good pieces in the bucket, just walk them over to the Axis, throw the bad pieces in here, and we're good to go. Let's talk about headgear for a minute. Ear protection. What ones are you guys using? Hearing loss is cumulative, right? So it's not just one big boom or one loud noise. It's loud noises over time kind of destroy your hearing. So chainsaws, tractors, log splitters, guns, you know, stuff we're all doing. These are just the $4 Parrot Harbor Freight, and I'm sure there are better ones out there. So tell me which ones you guys are using. And I'm curious about the ones that play music, because I was always under the impression that if you had to play music loud enough you could hear it over the saw, you might as well just be listening to the saw. Maybe not. Maybe they're better these days. I don't know. Let me know what you're using. Because these are pretty good. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me? look what just about got me. That's right about 16 inches is right about there. And I saw that, so what in the world? I don't know what that is, but we're not even going to attempt that one. I don't know, it's kind of old anyway. It's going to go in the boiler. I'm going to finish bucking these up and we'll give them over to the Axis. All right, so I am not going to buck the rest of that up because my phone's got 8% battery on it. So I want to get those pieces over here and at least get some splitting on a video. I haven't done a splitting video in 3 or 4. So I'm going to split these up. I'll sign off now in case it dies. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks again, Swamp Dog and Andy, for putting on the grapple. It's going to make a difference in our wood yard. And my German friend that I mentioned in the bucking table build, he was curious about if I had any goals to clean up this wood yard because it's so out of control. And I think with this new added equipment and the bucking table, I think it's going to happen. Probably not this winter, but maybe in 2022. Depends on how much they can bring me, I guess, this winter too. Anyway, we're going to make a big dent in it. So let's fire this thing up and split some wood. Bark free pieces here. I'm going to give this a whirl.